Okay, good morning. I can't believe today's already Thursday. Hey, Deborah, how are you this morning? I'm totally going to start this off as like a shit show kind of thing because I was accused of something yesterday that really burned me to the core, like really made me mad. So I'm going to start it off with that. Oh. Is it just me, or is like allergies like really kicking in the past couple of weeks? Like every morning I wake up sneezing. Hey, mellow one. Good morning. Good morning, Tommy. Narnie, I love you, lady. Okay, this is what I want to start with. I'm just going to share my screen. Oh, shit. You're already here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, RV Charity Drive. Good morning. Are you sure you're ready to listen to me kind of go off?
Sure. No, I've never heard you do it before. Go ahead.
Are you gonna come in here and put me in my place?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No. No.
Oh gosh. So everybody knows what happened with me last week, whatever. And there's some people that's kind of mad because I'm kind of laughing it off or whatever. You know, they're kind of upset that they came to me like in messages saying how upset they was that I was laughing about it. And I just sit here and think, look, I'm unbelievably grateful to be alive. I'd rather laugh about it than to be crying about it. So, oh, it's terrible, but it is what it is. You know, I'm very grateful to be here and grateful that my husband is still with me and that my kids aren't mad at me. They understand, they get it. They know what addiction is. And unfortunately, there's people online that don't particularly understand it. So, you know, they'll make fun of it. There's been days upon days where I've been seeing like certain creators like drug shaming, which it's whatever. They either don't get it or they just don't care. And that's fine. Who am I to tell them what they can or cannot say? Not my business, but it flusters me at times, especially when it's towards someone I care about or, you know, somebody that's struggling. And that's when it bothers me. I really don't care that I get called that. Hey, Eric, how are you this morning? But we're going to start with good old Corrie. Corrie Chainsaw. Brandon, you know who Jumper is, right?
Yeah.
This little twit goes in there and attacks him like on a daily basis. It's funny to me. Like she trolls him. Okay, let me move my screen. Yeah. So she did this video yesterday and I'm sorry if I can't read the chat just yet. She did this video and, you know, she's talking about other creators' children. She's talking about Neg's children. She always has everything negative to say about people. She can never say anything nice at all. And she cannot come up with anything realistic. In her deluded mind, things make sense to her. And so she puts it out into the universe as facts. And she yesterday accused me of being a CPS caller. Can you believe that? A CPS caller. Good morning, Marie Duffy. How are you? So we're going to start this and we're going to play it from right here. And I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. And then I'm going to show some shit.
Or do you still have that channel and all those things? Because, I mean, they'll blame you, but Leona was right by your side. weaklings. You don't understand that, do you, babe? Yeah. All the shitty shit Laura's done, all these people were fine with. And some of them called CPS and said that her kids were having sex. And then one of them made a little video implying, no, that CPS call was right. So I'm starting to think she probably is the one who called CPS, right, Serendipity?
Oh, did you hear that? She literally blamed me for making a CPS call. Why, you may ask, she blamed me for this? Because there was a clip out there in the universe of Laura's children saying something. Now, Corrie is blaming me for clipping that together, which is a condescending lie. I never clipped shit together. Number 2, Corrie, who was it that put it on their channel? Huh? Who put that clip on their channel, Corrie? You left that part out, you little twit. So, let's go here. Yesterday I see in someone's chat, Corrie kissing some ass. Someone tell Tiffany Marie congrats on her channel. I can't see her, please and thanks. So, she's therefore begging Tiffany Marie to unblock her. So what I've come up with is the simple fact that Corrie Chainsaw was simping yesterday for Tiffany Marie, trying to make me look bad, just so Tiffany would unblock her. This is what Corrie does. She'll be your friend, and then you'll get in a fight with her, and she'll dog the shit out of you. And then when she wants to kiss your ass, she'll go and she'll drag every creator that person doesn't like. That's who Corrie is. And Corrie never gets a damn thing right. Let's go back over here. Let's see if this shows up. Okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Sorry, Brandon. Sorry you have to be involved in this.
Okay.
I apologize. Okay, and then let me share the screen one more time. Now, Corrie, mind you, has hated me for a very long time. She doesn't like me anymore. And this has been like forever. This is what she calls herself now. Chainsaw. Duh. Internet celebrity. Let me tell you why I find that funny. Yesterday, Laura said, well, it was Corrie that brought down Diane and Wendy. So here's little Corrie, you know, the little girl that had an account called Rat-a-tat-tat, you little fucking rat. There she is, you know, with her ego just blown all up, you know, thinking she's big and bad. She literally went online in that same video that I just played yesterday and said that she wanted to take Negs down and that she could take Negs down. Little girl, who do you think you are? You can't take no channels down, baby. You ain't nobody. Half the time you never get shit right, and I'm proving it right now. You sat there and implied, or no, you basically said that I called CPS on another creator in this community, which is a condescending lie. I've never called CPS on anyone, nor would I, because I've had them in my life. They suck. I hate CPS. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And when it comes to worst enemies, trust and believe that there is not an enemy worthy of having on YouTube. Like, I have real enemies, quote unquote, in my life, like outside of YouTube. You are so simple-minded that you literally believe that, you know, everything consists and revolves around YouTube. It doesn't, Corrie. Take another break, Corrie. It's not reality, Corrie. Fucking asshole. And if you ever blame me on anything ever again, you best get that shit straight, and you better have some facts to back it up. Sorry, Brandon. It's not like you haven't heard me do this before.
Facts.
Oh, it's just when me and Brandon get together, he'll just sit there and look at me like, I'm sorry. Good morning, Makeup Mobster. Good morning, Lazy. Oh, yeah, Corrie is absolute garbage. She has sat there and lied on every single creator in this community. And Corrie, you wonder why you only get, let's go back to the views like everybody likes to talk about. You wonder why you only get 100 views on certain videos, 200 at most, 250 maybe. It's because you cannot be trusted worth shit. You're a liar. You never come to the platform with any facts. What you were doing yesterday, you was trying to get me and Tiffany back into a big ass fight, and you was trying to get me and Laura to go at it. It's not going to happen because I've never called CPS. Let me do you one even better. So, here's a screenshot of someone basically saying that they have proof that someone else called CPS on Laura. Laura did a big ass panel on it last night. If anybody's interested, they should go watch it because it didn't make sense at all. And you know what? I was Laura's Patreon and mod when that shit went down. Probably the first time, but the second time it went round, I super chatted her because I felt bad. I felt bad for the kids. You fucking twat. You don't know shit when it comes to anything in this community. You don't know what happens behind the scenes. You don't know what's going on. You just see things and you run with it. You concoct things in your deluded little mind and you run with it. And you know what? I am sick and tired of you calling me a junkie. Guess what, Corrie? You're a crackhead. How you like me now? Fucking retarded bitch. I'm sorry. I'm tired of her shit. I'm tired of this little fucking... Oh, I'm going to try to calm down. Okay, I'm tired of this little motherfucker coming at me, and she's been doing it for 2 years, and I have ignored her. I've ignored her because I know she's mentally imbalanced. So I've tried to just lay off. You know, when somebody has to go and have a 5150 because of Twitter, I try not to fuck with them, right? You had to go to the psych ward, didn't you, Corrie? All because of Twitter, didn't you, Corrie? Now, you may wonder why I'm being so upset and so mean when it comes to Corrie right now. Because she involved my fucking husband yesterday. What have I said from day one? If you attack me, I'm cool with that. If you attack my husband, I am not cool with that. If you attack my child, I'm probably going to come for your throat. But yesterday you came from my husband saying that he deserved to have been fired from his job because he was a terrible counselor anyways. Corrie, can you tell me about his counseling career? Can you tell me all the lives that he helped save? All the knowledge? Do you know what jobs he had? Do you know what he has now? No, you don't. You only heard us talking that he didn't have a job any longer because he married me. Let me tell you what, Corrie, love conquers all. If you think that a job is more important than love, you're deluded. You're highly mistaken. The path that Brandon and I took, I wouldn't change it for the world. Wouldn't change it for the world. He's my best friend. Can't even lie. Sometimes I hate him, but most of the time I love him. And that goes both ways. You know, we'll argue about things, but then at the end of the argument, we're sitting there laughing at each other. Am I right, Brandon?
You're absolutely right.
That's right.
I didn't get fired. Where did I get fired from?
Exactly. That's the thing. Corrie sat there and said that you got fired. And oh my God.
I don't get it. I don't know. I've never been fired from since I've been sober, I haven't been fired from anywhere.
Yeah.
Not even when I was washing dishes.
I mean, if we really want to break that shit down, Brandon was going on a 2-week vacation. And he said, you know what, Sarah, if you're ever at a meeting, hopefully I'll see you there. So once I get out of rehab, like 2 weeks later, whatever, you know, Brandon had already left that job to get a better job. I'm not going into detail on that because I don't want your ass knowing about it, Corrie, because you'll sit there and make it your YouTube fodder, right? Okay, so anyways, I meet him at I don't even remember which meeting it was, not even important, but we met up at a meeting. And this is after we had already, I don't know, this is after I had gotten out of rehab. And, I had 2 weeks on me. And I mean, we kind of hooked up. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like he was my counselor and we were dating at the same time. It's not like we were banging inside of the fucking psych ward. That's not how it went down. If you're going to talk about me and my personal life, get shit right. Don't sit there and belittle my husband when you never get a damn thing right. Where's your husband, Corrie, huh? See, I think you're so bitter because of shit that goes on in your personal life that you have to take it out on everybody else. And so who's best to attack right now? Let's attack Sarah. She just went through the worst possible thing in her fucking life. Let's attack her. Let's blame this on her. If you don't think I'll come at you, Corrie, Chainsaw, whatever the frick your name is, you better think again. And I'm not saying in real life, I'm talking about on here. Yeah, I see shit that you say about me and I ignore it. I try to ignore it all the time. But it's getting to the point to where I'm going to mention you because you're talking about things that make no sense. You're blaming me for a CPS call. If you had any facts on that, you would have brought that out a long time ago, but you have nothing. And you even said you had no facts, that you was only doing it just because.
I'm pretty sure you can't actually prove who called. The only way for CPS to have a link to the caller is if the caller asked to be involved in the case or the case becomes criminal.
Yeah, but I think that differs from state to state.
I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. But in most cases, like, I just don't think there's a lot CPS can do in terms of getting the caller's information. They can get their phone number, but to like get someone's name and blah, 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 I don't know. I don't understand the legality on that. And if there was a criminal element, that would become the police. It would all be documented in police documents and court documents.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Laura's kids were petrified because, there had been 2 CPS calls. Laura even said last night that her daughter cannot even answer the door because it's like a PTSD. And I understand that PTSD because anytime there's a cop that comes to my house, I'm the one hiding in the closet.
She really will hide in the closet.
I really did. I swear to God, I hid in the closet.
This is impressive. Really impressive. Such a good hiding spot.
And I mean, I can only make fun of this because it was so dumb. I don't even remember why they were here. It had nothing to do with like me or you or anything. Oh God, that was funny. Brandon was like, Sarah, why are you in the closet?
Right.
Oh, I have PTSD. That's how bad I get when it's because of my past. My past is really sketchy. I've done a lot of bad things that I'm not proud of. These are some things that I wouldn't dare do again. Oh, I pray to God I don't. But because of that, yeah, shit, my ass was in the closet because back about 8, 9 years ago, I was going to jail like every other week and it sucked. And so, yeah, I get kind of weird when I see cops. It is what it is. Oh, yes, Emerald Girl. I'm coming out of the closet.
Get out of that closet. Come on out, Sarah. Come on.
Oh, gosh. It upsets me. Corrie thinks that she can talk about who she wants whenever she wants. She has such a huge ego that she thinks that she has literally taken down channels. You know what? You did not take Diane's channel down. I hate to break it to you. Diane is probably fighting within herself on the things that she did to the people that she doesn't want to show her face again here in the community, because she probably has a lot of shame. I don't know. I'm only speculating, but guaranteed you did not take her down. Her channel is still over there, you moron.
Wait, she's claiming she took down a channel that still exists?
Yes.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, seems legit. This is that's what I'm saying. This is Corrie. This is how she thinks. You know, her ego is so huge that she's over there thinking that she's internet celebrity. God. Corrie, you're not a celebrity. You're a little simp. And you know what? I'm going to even go one better. When it comes to Kim B, okay, so there's, like I was showing in on my screen, you know, that screenshot was of Kim B and Kathy, whatever her name is. I don't know, but I know one thing. I'll never be around them. I'll never allow them in my Discord. Do you want to know why? Because this Kim B person literally called the welfare services on Laura, and Laura's not even on welfare services. Help me make that make sense. So we have somebody in this community that admittedly goes real life. You know, she's admitted to some shit. She admitted to some shit when she came to Tracy and we did that Zoom call. And then she had to air out all of Laura's dirty laundry. And then when she left TNT, what did she try to do? She went to Bombshell trying to air some dirty laundry. You gonna believe that shit that she's coming to you with, Bombshell? Huh? After everything that's happened, you still gonna believe that shit? And you need to redact your statement when it comes to BTS, Bombshell. That was me. I'll raise my hand on that. That said that I went out in the woods and ate some shrooms. That's me, bitch. Get your story straight. None of you motherfuckers seem to get anything right. You want to come after people and you want to go after this one and that one. Make sure you get your shit straight. BTS has never eaten a mushroom except for one that came out of a can that goes into some spaghetti, bitch.
Damn, cans of spaghetti. Breaking it down today.
Yeah, shoot. You can put that shit in spaghetti. You can fry it up in some hamburger.
Nasty. Hate mushrooms.
I love mushrooms. They're delicious. They're good.
I've never liked them.
Oh, even when you was younger, you didn't like them?
I mean, if they're like, if you ordered a pizza and it had, like, I'm not going to peel them off. Like, I can eat it, but
how did you do psychedelic mushrooms then, buddy?
That's a different category of mushroom.
Oh,
I'm not eating for the taste. I'm not eating for the, you know, eating for a different reason.
Yes, Controller. I love all kinds of mushrooms too. Morel mushrooms. Oh, shoot. Teacher cap mushrooms.
I'm good on all that. You can have it.
Oh.
Stuff's too strong for me.
No, that's some good stuff, man.
Oof.
But what I'm trying to say is, Corrie, if you're going to simp for someone, if you're going to try to get in good graces for someone, again, because you know that they dislike me, go about it a different way, dude. Like, don't sit there and try to come up with lies just so you can be friends with Tiffany Marie again. Bitch, please. If you're going to blame me for anything, you better come with some facts. I hate being lied on. I can't stand liars either. And Corrie is one of the biggest liars in this community. And the majority of people around here will admit that. And they'll say, yeah, she is. She's pretty much off of her rocker. That's why we leave her alone. That's why we really don't troll her, because we just want her to go away. Go away, Corrie. Go away. Yeah, you know what, Narnie? That hate train is bonded with people that really don't even like each other, but they get together because they hate all of us. I don't know who us is, but, you know, me included. Lord, I've made a few enemies around here, and I'm sorry for that. I don't like. I left a comment under your community post about the new direction of your channel. Yes, and I'm sorry. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to my. We're gonna go in a different direction. I just really felt it necessary to say something about Corrie because. There you go, Donna Marie. Ignore her, push her into suffer in your closet. Yeah, that closet. Fuck that closet, man. Ooh, I don't think I've opened that closet door in years.
It's full of winter jackets.
Oh, is it now? Okay.
Yeah, all the winter jackets are in there.
That poor closet. I mean, did I think that I was going to be like invisible in there or what? Jeez.
A lot of things you do, honey, that I question your decision making, but hey, it's a good story to tell.
Yes, absolutely, Emerald Girl. Oh, hey, Clancy. How are you this morning? You know what, Tommy? I'd love to get along with people, but when they lie on you, it makes it really hard to ignore them, especially when they're making videos and putting it out there as fact. That's bullshit. That's speculation. It's not fact. Especially with something that huge as a CPS call. Man, I wouldn't call CPS on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't, because I can't stand children's services. I don't have the greatest track record with them from years ago.
And I don't think people realize this, but even if you call them, they don't always go do anything about it. They just document what you said.
Yeah,
it's not like you call them and they automatically go to whoever's house. It doesn't work that way.
Like with Montgomery County, I think it has to be 3 calls or something ridiculous. It has to be so many calls, or it depends. If there's a child that's really in danger, they'll absolutely go out.
Right. But they got to have it. Once again, depending on where you live, they got to have evidence. Some places they don't. Some places
Donna, I am not trying to push her in my tortured closet. What I'm doing is trying to say that I've never called CPS on anyone. And to insinuate, okay, there's definitely some bad juju between me and Laura, right? Obviously, Laura and I do not like one another, but Laura would never call CPS on me, and I would never call CPS on her. And then when you have little assholes out there trying to stir shit and cause more trouble with lies, I have every right to come out and defend myself. I'll stop when I feel necessary. When I feel it I can't even talk. I'm so mad. I've been holding this in since yesterday. It has burned me. It has it's infuriated me. You can't sit there and just lie on someone like that and just, expect them not to say anything. Where did she get that you were involved? Oh, because of the clip that Tiffany Marie put on her Sassafras channel, that clip of Laura's kids saying whatever she said. She pieced that together and said, well, Sarah clipped it, so therefore Sarah's the one that called CPS. And she even said in her video, I don't have any proof, but I'm just going with it. So since you think that I clipped something or pieced something together, that means I called CPS on someone? Hello? I didn't put that shit out on my channel. And Corrie, fuck you. You don't know what troll channels I have. In fact, I don't have any with anything on my troll channels. Do I have other accounts? Absolutely. Do I go into some channels and say some things under accounts? Yeah, I'm not even going to lie. I do. But I don't say hurtful, hateful, meanful things, man. I'll say something funny. Did I used to? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to troll huge. I don't anymore, man. Like, I'm too old to do this shit. Like, I don't want to be mean to people anymore. And I haven't trolled like that in like 2 years. So screw you, Corrie. Oh. Good morning, Mac 11. How are you, darling? Okay, Mellow One wants me to read out. Oh. No, I can't go up. I missed the comment. I apologize. Good morning, Tracy, not Mrs. T. How are you? Mellow One says, but here's the thing. I'm not legally tied to being one now, although control, but I've seen that's not to me. Narni says they have to investigate every call no matter what in my state first. You call, you get a letter trying to get, yeah. Yeah, I think there's something called intake where they will come to you. And if you're not at home, they'll leave like a letter, a nice little letter saying they were there. And then, you know, when intake gets involved, they'll investigate, and then they'll take a few days. And if they want to open a case on you, then they can. And if they want to close it, they'll close it if they don't find anything wrong. Obviously, they didn't find anything wrong with Laura, so don't call CPS on her. Nobody in this community should be calling CPS on anyone. I don't hate Laura. I don't hate anyone in this community enough to cause them real life harm. I wouldn't want it done to me, therefore I wouldn't do it to them. Is there online bickering? Yep. Have friendships broken up? Yep. But that doesn't need to result into going into someone's real life. Good morning, Pugs. How are you, darling? Oh, look, there's Brianne Fanny. Hey, darling. That was Brienne's nickname when she was growing up. Brianne Fanny, or Brienne the Pan. Lacey, you're right. Yeah, you know, when you make CPS calls like that are just out of spite, that's taking up CPS's time when they can be investigating something else that's more important. There's other children out there literally sleeping on floors, not having anything to eat. But, oh, let's call on a YouTuber because we don't like them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Waste of resources and time and all of it.
Hey, Stewie. It's absolutely a waste of resources. When you work the phones, Brandon, what is that? The hotline, the
Crisis hotline.
Yeah, crisis hotline. Were there ever any fake calls? Did you guys ever get those?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Prank calls and just a lot of what you're talking about. People trying to get other people in trouble. And sometimes it's not even trying to get people in trouble. Sometimes it is out of care and concern and trying to help someone. But, you know, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, depending on the county, the city, whatever, you know, there's just not the manpower to help everyone. I wish there was, especially when it comes to little kids. You know, it bothers the hell out of me that, you know, there's little kids with nothing to eat. There's little kids that are in homes that aren't safe, that are around things that aren't productive to a child's life. If I could change it, of course I would, but that's, you know, not reality. It's just hard. It's hard to watch. It's hard to see. Yeah, I mean, I had some really interesting prank calls, but I also had some really interesting, you know, someone that really needed to talk to someone at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. There are people out there that have no one. Their only social activity is talking to therapists and counselors and hotline people. That's it. They have no one. And then I think that's part of why, especially on the internet now, since social media is so big, you see people that are marginally mentally ill talking about whatever.
See, and that's what needs to happen, Controlla. When someone makes calls like that, I don't know if they're using VPNs. I don't know what they're doing. Burner phones. I don't know. But, the cops, they probably don't have the resources to go after these stupid petty calls, but they should, because it seems to happen a lot online. And I had never in my life seen any of that until I came into this community. I didn't even know that existed. Like when we was in our other community, Brandon, that kind of shit never happened.
No.
There was just a lot of shit talk, a lot of shit talk.
Yeah. Well, you're in a much bigger community. And I mean, to be honest, it's a lot of females.
Yeah.
So, and especially women that maybe sometimes don't like other women.
Yeah. And, women can be kind of catty and that sucks because, because you don't like a creator, you're going to make their children suffer. See, that's my whole thing right there. If I don't like a creator, I'm going to make videos on them. I'm going to maybe troll them a little. I'm going to shit talk them, but I'm not going to try to harm their kids. I'm not going to try to harm anyone's kids. You want to know why? Because my kids have been harmed by my own doing. So I don't want to go out there into the world and hurt someone else's children because I know what I did to my kids and I don't want anyone's kids to hurt like mine did. It's different, but it's the same. Children's services were involved in my kid's life. I don't want that for anyone else. And if Kim B can sit there and call welfare on Laura, you best believe that she'll be able to call CPS on Laura too. You're right, Controlla. If a child is being abused, it will show most of the time. You know what? When my daughter was a child, she's in here and she'll even admit this. I was in the midst of my addiction and CPS got involved and she had to go live with her dad. It sucked. But you know what? It shook me enough that it got me clean for a while and I got my kid back, which I was grateful for. It sucks.
But sometimes it's necessary in certain people's lives. It has to happen that way to help everyone involved.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree. I think that if children's services hadn't have been in my life, and I'm only speaking for me, during those years, I don't think I'd be here because, I had to fight just to get my kids back because they were my world. And so, I did get sober and I had a lot of great years sober, relapse happens, and I'm not, trying to simplify it by saying, oh, I'm an addict. It's what we do. We relapse. I'm not trying to say that at all, but it's true. Like, I can't help it. It's not like I said, I'm going to relapse today. It just happened. Thank God my son, doesn't hate me. Thank God my daughter doesn't hate me. My daughter, she's getting her what is that again, Brandon? CDCA?
Yeah, CDCA.
In September. Like, I'm so unbelievably proud of her. She's getting her CDCA, right? And then she's going to move on to bigger and better things. And I'm so unbelievably proud of her. And I told her yesterday, I said, Brianne, when it comes to you being a counselor, a drug counselor, you'll make a great one because you've lived it. You've experienced it through me. Not all knowledge comes out of a book. A lot of knowledge comes from experience. And my kid has that. And I'm so super proud that she's going to be able to use that to help somebody else when she becomes a counselor.
And Brienne's a good listener. She'll be really good at listening to people and helping them identify, you know, what their issues are, what they need to work on. You know, CDCA is the first step in, you know, becoming a therapist or even beyond that. You know, I have buddies that are, you know, have a 2-year degree, so they're a licensed therapist at a bachelor's degree level, master's degree. You know, I have friends that teach. You know, it's just one of those things where, you know, some people are around alcohol and drugs enough to where they start looking at, like, you know, how does all this happen? How does someone lose their way in alcohol and drugs? And then how do they find recovery? Now, once they find recovery, now what? Because that's kind of the hard part of, you know, I think alcoholism and addiction really show up once you remove the alcohol and the drugs. That's what people struggle with, is learning how to live life without those things. You know, so.
Look what Brianne said.
Oh, thank you, darling.
See, look, and this is huge for Brandon and Brianne, because there's been a lot of years that have gone by where Brianne and I haven't spoke, where Brandon and Brianne haven't spoke. So for them for her to say that is huge.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been in each other's lives. There was a lot of shit that went down. If I could take it back, I would. Because I missed out on many years with my kid.
Much like Sarah, Sarah's kids don't like the word no. So anyone that tells them no, they're not a big fan, which I understand.
You had to get that in, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to. I had no choice. It was so important. No, it's America. It's a miracle. It's just a miracle to be alive these days. I think we live in a crazy world, and just to be alive and to have a family, you know, love each other, hate each other, you know, at least we have each other. You know, that's what's important at the end of the day. You know, like I said, a lot of people don't have that, man. And we do. So it's perfect time to take advantage of it and just be grateful that we have each other.
Yeah. Brianne said, my kids don't like the word no either.
You see, it just passes on generation to see. It's just the cycle continues.
I'm so unbelievably grateful that Brianne didn't get the addiction part. You know, I'm so glad that
she's lucky.
You know, oh, she's very
dodged
lucky.
a bullet on that one.
I thank God every day, Brandon. You know, my mother may or may not have been an addict. You know, but I have a long history in my timeline throughout my family that were addicts, you know, alcoholics, addicts. It sucks. And so, you know, I see people online and they'll say, oh, well, that one needs to go to rehab. Rehab's the easy part, man. Like, people don't understand that. They think that just because somebody goes to rehab, they're automatically cured. No, the hard part is after you get out of rehab, because that's where you have to do the most work. That's why you need to pay attention when you're in rehab, because if you don't, you're going to fail and you're going to use again. Or at least that's been my experience.
Yeah, me too. 100%.
Yeah.
It's a disease, you know, like, and I've explained this before. If someone had a heart attack, they take them to the emergency room and they get them together and they recover from the heart attack. They then have to follow a treatment plan of recovery from the heart attack. It's all the same language. And it gets boring after a while. They get tired of not being able to eat what they like to eat and having to get all this rest. And then they have another heart attack, which is called a relapse.
Yeah.
You know, and it might kill them. If they survive, they try to get back on the path. But, you know, once again, would you yell or scream at somebody that had a heart attack? Call them stupid, make fun of them online? No, because they have a disease. Addiction's no different. It's the same thing. It's just hard to wipe away the stigma. People don't, you know, that's not a part of people's belief systems yet. And it might take many generations to get there, decades to get there. But, you know, this is a disease we're talking about.
Yeah, church can even be therapeutic too. Some people, they don't like doing the 12 steps. Some people just absolutely do not want anything to do with the 12 steps. And they're like, church, religion, spirituality is what helped me. And just like Brandon said, whatever works, if that's your niche, go for it, because not everyone has to do the 12 steps. It worked for Brandon. It somewhat worked for me. Obviously, not really, but
you tried,
I
you
did.
tried things, and that's, some people got to do it all. Some people got to do church, therapy, rehab. They got to do everything, and they stay clean. They find something that works for them. They find a lifestyle that fits. Drinking alcohol and using drugs was a lifestyle for me. I wasn't a person who just had a crazy summer one time and got in trouble, or I was the weekend. So I drink and use drugs every day.
Yeah.
There were no vacations. I did it every day. So when it was time to get clean and sober, it had to become a lifestyle. It had to become, everything I do is to try to stay clean. Now, it's a lot easier today than it used to be. It used to be really hard, and I had to do everything. If someone was going to church, I'd go with them because I didn't have anywhere else to go.
Right.
I went to a meeting every night, you name it. I've had plenty of therapy and sobriety. You just find what works, and we're usually pretty adaptable people. We adapt to things and figure out a pattern in life, or some sort of a schedule that works for us. And but everybody's different. I know people that don't do much anything, but they're able to stay clean.
Controlla, congratulations on your father-in-law. 20 years is huge.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
That's an absolute miracle. You know what? Sometimes one day is a freaking miracle. And I can absolutely say that for me, because here I am going on like second week. I'm grateful for that. If people want to make fun of it, go for it. I'm winning, dude. Like, I'm not dead. I'm not out there using. I'm not trying to sell the house. I'm doing pretty good today. Actually, we got smoothies this morning. Brandon woke up. He sent me a text and said, Sarah, can you get us some tropical cafe smoothies? And I didn't see it. And I walked through the room and he's like, Sarah, check your text. And look, I get excited. The littlest things excite me.
She was
when
thrilled.
I see tropical smoothie, holy crap. My day is good. Yes. Winning.
Makes for a good day.
Yeah. And with me, when it comes to the Brienne, I keep telling Brienne she's got to try this. What do I get, Brandon? Is it the triple berry oat?
Berry oat with Energizer, which is just caffeine. But,
yeah. But they put 3 shots in it. On the side, it says ×3, and I'm sitting here like binging off the walls, like, woo.
Yeah, you definitely need more caffeine. You haven't had enough yet.
Hey, Monkey Mar. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I'm serious. Like, gosh. I'm not even trying to make jokes about that, Monkey. Like, it's true. I mean, I didn't really try to sell the house, but I sold a lot of things that I shouldn't have. Cover your ears, Brienne. Sorry. I mean, I did. There was things that I should have never sold. And this isn't recent. We're talking years ago. There's things that I wish I'd have never sold, but my addiction was so strong that I didn't have a choice. Like, I had to have money to keep myself from getting sick. And I'm not trying to use that as an excuse. It's just true.
That was reality. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not selling the house. In fact, there's going to come a time where, and it's going to be soon, it's going to have to be where me and Brienne and Brandon sit down to figure this out, because part of this house is Brienne's too.
Right.
And we're going to have to come to some kind of conclusion, because, it's too expensive to live in this town. I mean, we're talking like $5,000 property tax every 6 months. I can't handle that. We just can't do it. The cost of living is crazy. We just can't do it. So there's going to come a time where we're going to have to sit down, figure things out, and split things up and just start over, you know?
Yeah. It's coming.
Yeah. The memories here were good. But then again, there was a lot of bad memories that I'd like to forget. And in my opinion, I think that if we were to sell the house, it would free me. It would free my mind from, I held my grandma when she passed, and I still sleep in that same bed, in that bedroom. And it kind of haunts me,
Sure. No, absolutely.
Yeah, Controlla. I'd love to move. And, I get made fun of because when I say I want to move, I want to go back down home where my family's from. I want to go back down into the holler. I'm ready to go back down to Hazard, Kentucky right now. I mean, that's where I want to go. I feel like that's where I belong. And I'm grateful enough that I have a husband that's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Let's go tonight.
Yeah, Laced with Lacey. It's insane. This town, oh my gosh, it started like real little and then it built itself up, and it's one of those preppy towns. Like you have to have this to fit in. I don't know how to explain it. It's just.
Well, Chappelle's here in the county. So
yeah.
That brought a lot
speaking of Dave Chappelle, you was his brother's counselor, weren't you?
I can neither confirm nor deny that, but we might have met.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. No, it's no problem.
That's been years ago.
Oh, I know.
Good old Willie. How's Willie doing? I wonder.
I hope okay. His brother's very successful, and I hope he's able to find recovery.
Yeah.
That's I can't imagine. So, but I know Chappelle's mom lives in the same town we live in, and
yeah,
that is a multi-million-dollar home. So that brought some attraction to the county, but yeah, I think it's a town of 60,000, I think, which is unbelievable for a suburb around here anyway. And there's just a lot of money here, but it's one of the I think it's third or fourth best public school district in the state.
Yeah.
So that's part of it too, of why it's so expensive. But
Troy, Ohio. Yeah, Monkey. Troy is way up north from us.
Yeah.
Does it take like what, about 45 minutes to an hour to get up there?
You got it. About 45 minutes to an hour. Yep.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with Troy. We're kind of what, southeastern?
Yeah, we'd be southeast of Troy. We are the first town east of Dayton.
For me too. Oh my gosh. I've always wanted to meet the man.
Now, I've seen him at the grocery store. I've seen him at the gas station, but I've never approached him. People are always all over him, man. So I just don't even approach him. But
Brandon and I were walking down the road and we seen his brother, so that's kind of good enough for me.
yeah, we did see his brother. He owns a lot of property around here, as you can imagine. In every.
Oh, he kicked himself out. Yeah, Dave Chappelle actually has a really, really nice house. And Brandon kind of maybe drove me by there. And it's out in Yellow Springs, and it's absolutely beautiful. So, there you go.
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't like me. But yeah. So.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle is he's kind of a winner in my book.
Oh yeah. There's a video on YouTube. He went to the town meeting in the town he lived in.
Yeah.
And was talking about how the cops were a problem and da-da-da. It's pretty funny. So
yeah, but he was on point. And they listened to him.
And they did what he asked. Yeah. It's pretty incredible. But he owns a lot of downtown in that city. He owns a lot of the buildings. Obviously, he has the finances to do that. But yeah. He grew up here part-time. And he's lived here on and off for a long, long time. And then there's a lot of celebrities in and out of that area because of he's got that podcast now. Mm-hmm. He's got a music studio over there. So a lot of people in the hip hop world.
Mellow One, you're so right with that. You are so right. I am like the only one besides my children that was born here in Ohio. Every single other one was born in Kentucky. And on vacations or weekends, we'd go down there because family's down there. And I just feel like that's where I belong. I love Kentucky, man. I just love it. Even my daughter said, "Take me with you." Shoot, Brian, come on, let's go. Let's do it. If I could sell this house today, don't think I wouldn't. I would. It would be gone. Lord. We get letters now that say, "Would you like to sell your house? We'll buy it, blah, blah, blah."
That's everywhere. Everybody's getting those right now.
Well, I'm sitting there like, what? Why? I don't understand that logic. Like, I'm new to this. And this is like the first time I've ever owned a home, so I'm not used to certain things coming in the mail. And some of these letters have been like demanding. They're like, "We want to buy your home right this minute.
Well, they're building.
What time can we meet with you?"
A massive development behind us, so our property value is about to go up quite a bit, and they're connecting the roads.
Oh,
so that's why
they're connecting that road.
They're trying to buy these houses for cheap, so when the market goes up, they can. I don't know a lot about how all that works, but that's the way it was explained to me.
Oh yes, pirate my whole family. We're either from Kentucky or Tennessee. A lot of my family comes from Pearl, Kentucky, and then the other comes from Hazard, Kentucky. So,
yeah, my dad's side's from Hazard, and then my mom's side's from Breathitt County, Kentucky.
Makeup mobster. Kentucky's all right. There's a lot of dry counties in Kentucky, but I love Kentucky. I mean, I love the land. I love the smell. And, when you're driving from Ohio down to like Kentucky, Tennessee, you can literally see the dirt change. It'll start turning like more of an orange color. I love it. And I love the mountains. Oh my gosh, there's nothing like waking up to those mountains. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful down there.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I know you are, pirate. I know you are. That's one of the when you first became friends with Laura and I was a mod for Laura, I remember you saying that you're from Kentucky, that you're in Kentucky now. I always thought that was kind of cool. But you want to talk about what we're going to do with the channel, Brandon?
Yeah, over the next, or maybe even tomorrow, we're going to start with step 1 and possibly go through the 12 steps. We've never been past step 9. But we're just going to run back through it to see if there's anything we missed, anything we need to work on. And really to do it, just to have something different to talk about. Sarah said she wanted to not yell at people all day and all night and just, I don't know.
I don't care about the views. I don't care about, being in the midst of all the fighting anymore. I want to do this not only because it's going to help me, but I know my kid is going to be listening, and, anything that she can get from Brandon, I'm good with. And, there's been people make fun of me or my husband, say, "Well, your husband should have never been a counselor." You don't know him. You don't understand how good of a counselor he was and is. Outside of YouTube, you have no idea what his life is. You have no idea the places he has spoke. People have come to him and said, "You to speak here at such and such place." Those are huge honors. So before you go and judge someone without knowing what they're doing or what they are like as a counselor, maybe you should pay attention, find out. Because I bet you anything, there's tapes of either Brandon or his dad. Is there a YouTube where you guys are on possibly?
No, I doubt it. I know the guy who does that. If I see him, I'll ask him if he's doing anything with it, because I need to get the recordings from him anyway.
I'd love to hear your dad's. I've heard that.
He's real good. Yeah, real good. Long, crazy story. Yeah, it's just, it's just talk. I'm a person who believes I was born this way. I don't believe I became alcohol and addict by accident or just experiment. And I think I was kind of predetermined in alcohol and drugs. And for the grace of God, I've been able to stay clean through the 12 steps, sponsorship, and the help of a lot of other people. And it's all I know. I know a lot about music, movies, alcohol and drugs, and recovery.
Yeah.
That's sort of my wealth of knowledge right there.
Brandon has even been a music producer. Blah.
Yeah.
Sorry, had to throw that out there.
Yeah, I produce music on a regular basis. But it's just what I do. That's what I like. That's where my heart is. And really I talk about recovery a lot because it's on my mind. It's what's important to me. It's what interests me. Because a real miracle happened in my life, just like Sarah's and a lot of others. I never would have dreamed my life would be like it today. I'm a guy who I've shot heroin behind dumpsters in Dayton, Ohio. So to live in a home and have cars and, just the life we have today, I never would have dreamed or imagined. So I'm just very grateful. I don't like using the word luck, but I feel lucky. I think the right word is blessed. I think I'm very blessed to have the life I have today.
Well, and let's talk about this real quick. There's a misconception that if somebody is an addict, they must be trash. That's not true. Brandon was born and raised on a golf course.
Yeah.
He had made. So
you couldn't have been raised better than me. You really couldn't. But on my dad's side of the family, everyone died from addiction except for my dad. Everyone. My grandmother was an addict, so heroin addict. So it's one of those things. It doesn't matter where you grow up or where you come from; it can still get you. It can still happen in your life. And I didn't know that. I remember going to rehab, and everybody came from broken homes and came from poverty, or at least the majority of the people around me that I was in rehab with. So I always felt like the odd man out, or like people didn't understand or misunderstood whatever, until I heard someone who came from a lot more money than what I came from talk about the same experiences, the same feelings.
My husband never thought he would be married or have kids. He died from an overdose. I'm so sorry, Controlla.
I am too.
I didn't know that. I am so sorry.
And part of what we do is we keep those memories alive and those people alive in our stories from our hearts.
Yeah.
Or at least I have to, because I got a lot of friends and family members and loved ones and best friends and girlfriends that didn't make it. They're no longer with us. I got people I played Pee Wee football with that are dead and gone. I got friends that are doing life in prison right now. And I'm out here drinking smoothies.
Oh, God.
Makes no sense. But, that's why I try to share a message of recovery, because it is possible. It was impossible for someone like me to have the life I have today. So the least I can do is try to share it with other people. Not that I have something amazing that's going to change their life, but if it makes someone decide they don't want to use the day, or makes someone decide they need to call their sponsor, hey, my work's done. I've done what I need to do. So I'm just grateful.
Oh, I'm absolutely grateful too. It burns me up though when I see people making fun of addiction. I don't know why. It does. It goes right through me.
You have a big heart and you want to be there to defend people. I get it, but it's never going to stop. We got a long time before people are going to understand or even recognize that this is a disease.
This time around, I'm going to go by the book, and I'm going to be making a lot of amends. And some of these amends are going to be with people here online. Hey, Uber Goober, it's good to see you. I feel in my heart that I've got to make some amends with people. And I got a text message yesterday from somebody out of the blue, and I had no idea this person was even thinking about me, and it brought me to my knees. And I just sat there and I'm like, you know what? I love this person, and I couldn't believe that they reached out to me. So, I'm going to make my amends. I'm going to apologize to people that I've harmed, or at least that I think I've harmed. And when I say harmed, I don't mean like real life. I have said some mean shit to them because we're no longer friends. So I feel like it'll be a necessity for me to do that, because if I don't, I'm going to stay in my sickness. And if that doesn't make sense to somebody, that's okay. It does to me.
No, I think it's beautiful. I think it's awesome that you recognize that, and that it's time. It's time to go back through and, make some amends that are current, things that are real, that are on our heart. It's hard to do, but
yeah, and that's the thing. These people have always been in my heart, and I'm just, if they don't accept the apology, that's fine. That's on them. At least I'm trying to clean up my side of the street.
That's right. That's all we can do.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm never going to come on here again and scream my head off like a bloody idiot. I kind of do that from time to time. I don't know. What's that word? What am I? I'm very
emotional.
Well, yeah, that too. I'm very, what is that word that I'm trying to think of? Impulsive, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Very impulsive.
Well,
oh my gosh,
are.
Uber, are you from Seattle? Oh no, she said we will go to Seattle. That is one of the places that I have got to get to, is Seattle.
It's beautiful.
Oh, hush.
It's beautiful. Beautiful out there on that coast.
Brandon's been there. I've never been there. We have got to go. If we ever have vacation money, that is where I want to go.
Oh, we can do it, honey. We just got to save money.
Okay. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay.
I like to buy jewelry.
Okay. All right. Just making sure everybody heard that. Okay.
Don't clip that. Oh, Brienne. Again, take me with you. Kiddo, if we can ever accumulate enough money, if I can stop buying wants instead of needs, yes, I will take you with us and we will go. There's so many spots in Seattle that I have to go to within my lifetime. And I have to go to San Francisco. I have to walk across the Golden Gate Bridge. I have to. That is a necessity. It's on my bucket list. You've been there.
Yeah, I've been there.
You're such a spoiled little thing. You went everywhere. Your parents took you everywhere.
San Francisco, California, where the Golden Gate Bridge is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's smaller than the town itself is smaller than what you think, but it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful place.
Yeah. Rub it in.
Well, it's got to save money. No problem.
I mean, I can save money, or at least try. Look, new beginnings, baby. I'm going to start this new.
That's right.
I'm going to try, at least.
Honey, my phone's about to die.
All right. Thank you for coming on here, babe.
Thank you for having me. I love everybody. I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great day.
You too. Oh. You know what, Mac? I think there is a sidewalk on the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm pretty sure there is. I mean, I've seen people ride their bikes on TV shows and stuff and walk across it on TV shows. So I'm thinking there is. I don't know. I've never been there, but I've always wanted to go. It's definitely on my bucket list. So, yeah, Uber Goober says there is. Awesome. Winning. I'm going to walk that one day. Just watch. But I guess I'm going to end this. But, I'm sorry that I went nuts when it comes to the Corrie situation. It's just, I feel like she has no right to, make videos of lies, saying that someone called CPS on someone without having any substantial evidence or facts to back it up is bullshit. If you want to consider yourself a truth teller, maybe you should start doing videos based off of facts, Corrie, not just your speculation. So, yeah, Uber, in the beginning, I kind of went a little cuckoo when it comes to Corrie. She just won't stop. If she does not like you, she will keep going on and on and on and on and on. She's worse than the Energizer Bunny. My God, she'll wake up and first thing she'll do is make a video. It doesn't have to be true, but she'll make a video just because in her little mind, she thinks it's right. But All right, you guys, I'm going to jump off here, but I really hope y'all have a great day. And I am grateful that y'all came in here just to chill with us and just to be here. I really appreciate that. So again, I hope y'all have a great day. I'm going to finish my smoothie and probably go do dishes. So, all right, guys, bye.